Here's a question I want you to sit with for a second. You've worked hard, you've saved something, maybe not a lot, but something, and you want to grow it. So you open your phone, you look at the stock market, and you think, okay, where do I even begin? And then comes the second question, the one that doesn't go away. Is this halal? Because for us, as Muslims living and working in the Gulf, that question matters. It's not just about returns. It's about where your money goes, what it funds, and whether you can sleep at night knowing your wealth is clean. Today, we're going to answer that question properly. We're going to talk about what halal investing actually means, how to screen stocks the right way, and two tools, Zoya and Musaffa, that make this easier than ever before. Let's get into it. Before we talk about tools, let's make sure we understand the rules. Islamic finance has clear principles. Your money cannot support businesses involved in alcohol, tobacco, weapons, gambling, adult entertainment, or conventional banking and insurance that operate on interest, riba. That much, most people know. But here's what most people don't know. It goes deeper than the business category. Even a company that seems clean, say a technology company or a retail brand, can fail the halal screen if too much of its revenue comes from haram sources, or if it carries too much interest-bearing debt on its balance sheet. This is called a financial ratio screen. Scholars have set thresholds. Typically, debt should be less than 33% of total assets, and haram revenue should be less than 5% of total revenue. Different scholars and certification bodies have slightly different thresholds, but these are the most widely accepted. So halal investing isn't just avoid the obvious sins. It's a detailed due diligence process applied to every single stock, which is honestly a lot of work if you're doing it manually. That's exactly where the screeners come in. A halal stock screener is a tool that does this analysis for you. You type in a company name or ticker, say Apple, or Saudi Aramco, or any listed stock, and the screener tells you whether it passes the Islamic compliance criteria or not. It pulls the company's financial data, runs it through the relevant ratios, checks the business activity, and gives you a verdict: halal, doubtful, or not permissible. This saves you hours of research, and more importantly, it gives you confidence that you're not accidentally investing in something that violates your values. There are several screeners out there, but the two most popular ones used by Gulf investors right now are Zoya and Musaffa, and they're worth comparing properly. Zoya launched a few years ago and quickly became the go-to for Muslim investors, especially younger ones. The design is clean and simple. You search for a stock, and within seconds, you get a compliance rating: halal, not halal, or questionable. It also shows you the breakdown: which criteria the stock passed, which it failed, and why. What makes Zoya stand out is its transparency. It doesn't just give you a verdict. It shows you the actual financial ratios behind the decision: debt to assets, haram revenue percentage, business activity classification. You can see exactly why a stock passed or failed. Zoya also has a portfolio feature. You can add all your holdings and get an overall compliance score for your entire portfolio, which is genuinely useful. The scholarship behind Zoya is solid. They follow the AAOIFI standards, the Accounting and Auditing Organization for Islamic Financial Institutions, which is the most widely recognized body for Islamic finance globally. The free version covers a lot. The premium version unlocks deeper analysis, portfolio tracking, and access to a broader range of global markets. For most Gulf investors, the free tier is a great starting point. Musaffa is the other major player, and it takes a slightly different approach. Where Zoya focuses on simplicity and clarity, Musaffa leans into depth. It covers a wider universe of stocks, over 100,000 listed equities across global markets, which is impressive. If you're investing in less common markets or looking for niche stocks, Musaffa often has coverage where Zoya might not. Musaffa also provides purification calculations. This is important. Even if a stock is technically halal, companies sometimes earn a small percentage of income from impermissible sources. Islamic scholars say you should donate that percentage of your dividend or gains to charity to purify your returns. Musaffa calculates that number for you automatically. Another feature that sets Musaffa apart is its Halal ETF and fund screener. If you're not picking individual stocks and prefer funds or ETFs, Musaffa screens those too, which Zoya has been slower to offer. The interface is more data-heavy than Zoya, which some investors love and others find a bit overwhelming. But if you want comprehensive analysis and global coverage, Musaffa earns its place. So which one do you choose? Honestly, both. They're free to start, and using both gives you a second opinion. But if I had to simplify it, use Zoya. If you're just getting started, you want something clean and easy to understand, and you're investing in mainstream stocks. Use Musaffa if you need wider coverage, purification calculations, or you're investing in ETFs and funds. One important thing to keep in mind, no screener is a fatwa. These are tools built on scholarly methodologies, but they are not religious rulings. If you have specific doubts about a particular stock, consult a qualified Islamic finance scholar directly. The screeners are a starting point, not the final word. Here's how to actually get started today. Step 1. Download both Zoya and Musaffa. Both are available on iOS and Android. Both have free tiers, no excuses. Step 2. Take any stocks you currently own or are thinking of buying and run them through both screeners. See what comes back. You might be surprised. Step 3. If your current holdings include non-compliant stocks, you don't need to sell everything tomorrow. Scholars generally allow a reasonable exit period to divest without causing yourself financial harm. Plan it out, move gradually, and replace with compliant alternatives. That's it. 3 steps. You can do this weekend. Halal investing is not a restriction. It's a filter, and a powerful one. When you align your money with your values, you invest with intention. You think more carefully. You hold for the right reasons. And in the long run, that discipline tends to make you a better investor, not just a more faithful one. If you want to go deeper, tools, ETF lists, Sharia-compliant brokerage options in Oman, UAE, and Saudi Arabia. It's all at Crypode.com. Link is in the description. And if this video helped you, share it with someone who's been putting off their investment journey because they weren't sure where to start. Your money can grow and stay clean. Both are possible. I'll see you in the next one.